right with him.
He has a condition. It makes it hard for him to communicate.
Sometimes it's okay to think things, but you can't actually say them.
Oh, no.
Thank God there's a doctor in the house.
I'm not a doctor.
What?
But didn't you say you were a doctor?
Did I?
You...
Look in their faces.
Of course I'm a bloody doctor. Agnes, why don't you and Aunt show us the dance that you've been working on?
And what is wrong with you? Just feel the rhythm in your feet. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one.
What is wrong with you? I want to pack up the car and I want to leave right now.
Just sad
Aloha.
to see you go.
It's Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man. And today, Thursday of September, I went ahead and I saw the new movie by James McAvoy called Speak No Evil. And well, remember our rating scale. Shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And well, for Speak No Evil, it is overall a shock a thumbs down. To say the least, this movie is tedious at best. All the way up until finally the third act. I'd say the last 20 minutes of the movie is what really makes it, gives you your opportunity to, you know, reach the realization of what this movie, what the trailers looked like this movie was going to be. It tries its best to be suspenseful. However, again, like I said, it's very tedious. You know, you see James McAvoy and his wife befriend this couple and invite them to their country home somewhere in Europe, somewhere I believe Italy, in Italy, the woods of Italy, where they live, only to find out that this couple that has befriended them with James McAvoy turns out to be a bunch of psychos, essentially, yeah. And you pretty much get that from the trailer, the overall vibe of it. But, I will give it some slight props that they're a little bit more than just your average everyday psychos that are on some murder spree. And they're actually in this for, the money as well. As you find out that they've done this to many, many other couples, throughout very many vacations, befriending, lonely or lost foreign couples during their vacations, treating them to stay with them in the woods at their place, their farm, only to basically take their lives, take their money, their jewelry, etc., and even at times, on occasion, their children, and pretty much take them as their own. Not really too many spoilers to give you in this, as pretty much if you read between the lines of some of the trailers, you will pretty much see this. Again, James McAvoy does his best work, again, playing deranged lunatics. I'd say his the person with the split personalities in Split and Glass was probably the best performance by James McAvoy. But he does a pretty good job, again, channeling his inner demons with this character who is unhinged and, you know, totally lacking any morals, taking more than advantage of, you know, couples who are on vacation, again, stealing their money, you know, their children, and eventually relieving them of their lives in various ways. Yes, this is that kind of movie. Can't say very surprising. I mean, you know, the trailers don't leave a lot, you know, to play guesswork at. What you see in the trailers is pretty much what you get. And maybe even a little less. As I did say, it was tedious. You'd expect a little bit more suspense, a little bit more development, maybe with the characters. You know, you try to root for the couple that are in peril. However, you know, I don't know if they were supposed to be written this way. They're very, you know, they're somewhat unlikable to begin with. And not until the very, very ending do you finally see the couple that, you know, the would-be victims finally come together and pool together as a team to, you know, rescue themselves and their daughter, as you've seen in the trailer, from James McAvoy and his fellow lunatic wife from a fate, well, I'd say worse than death, but pretty much it is death. So who knows? Do I recommend you see this movie? Again, it is a shock and thumbs down. Other movies have done it better. Other movies have had much, much more tension in it. James McAvoy, if you're a big fan of his and you liked what he did in Split, you kind of get to see him go a little bit further, as there is some bloodshed in this movie. But still, the rest of it, like I said, is very, very slow build up towards the climax of the third act. And I think it could have been a little tighter of a film to build that suspense better and bring the tension more riveting for the audience. Again, up until the third act, I was pretty much yawning through most of this, knowing how it would go. You know, maybe there was a moment in the third act where I thought that maybe they wouldn't get away. And I was going to say, hey, you know, that might have, you know, boosted my opinion of this movie, saying that, oh, they took a hard choice. The bad guys, the villains, James McAvoy wins. The couple doesn't get away. They continue on with this evil, you know, their evil lives, you know, murdering and stealing from, you know, visitors. But, you know, no, it doesn't go like that. It goes, you know, the other way, the way that is normal for most of these movies, for the protagonist to come through at the end, which it does. But again, I think it would have been more refreshing and, you know, a darker, you know, for it to have taken that darker turn. I think it would have made a stronger message for this movie overall. The best I can say is just wait for streaming for this movie. This isn't going to blow up the box office or anything. You're much better off watching Beetlejuice or Wolverine and Deadpool again than, you know, spending a full price ticket to see Speak No Evil. All right, mahalo and aloha.